Secrets to wealth the rich won't tell you. Time, action, and relentless execution. Think Billion X channel welcomes you all. Here are hidden secrets not everyone will share with you. Money isn't something you need to spend your whole life earning. It's something you must seize within a 2 to 3 year window of opportunity to make more than most people could in a lifetime. So, if you're in your peak earning phase right now, tell yourself, don't rest, because opportunities like this might never come again. Or if they do, you'll have to wait a very long time. The older I get, the more deeply I feel this truth. I used to think money could solve 90% of problems. But now I realize money can solve 99% of problems. More importantly, the few problems money can't solve are rare exceptions. Advice for success: avoid mistakes and act decisively. Don't associate with people who aren't on the same wavelength as you. The less decisive you are, the easier it is to get derailed. If you're struggling right now, leave your current environment. Only look toward places higher than where you are. Remember, never look down or sideways. Doing so will only make you complacent with your current situation and cause you to retreat. Trust me, this approach won't just save you from a stiff neck. It'll help you face the gap between you and your goals head on, giving you something to strive for and narrowing that distance. We often feel confused not because we've done something wrong, but because we haven't done anything at all. Confusion is a common state in life. Everyone experiences it. The difference is, some people are constantly confused, others only occasionally. Some are confused because they don't know what to do, while others are confused because they're unsure if what they're doing is right. Life is inherently a continuous series of experiments. The idea of stepping into the same river twice rarely applies to those who think and act. Many problems only reveal themselves during the process. Once you spot them, solve them immediately. So don't hesitate. Just grit your teeth, act first, and figure it out later. Many people overthink and hesitate. Indecisiveness is the root of instability in life. Don't be quick to oppose anything. If you just complain without the ability to solve the issue, it's meaningless. Also, don't spend your days worrying about the state of the nation. Focus on doing your immediate tasks well, living your life responsibly, and not adding trouble to society. That's more than enough. Is the history we've been taught true or false? I don't have the answer. Perhaps what we see isn't real, and the truest things we may never see. What's society like today, good or bad? Only centuries from now will we have an answer. And even that answer might have been altered by the ruling class. We're destined not to hear the real truth. Don't procrastinate. Action is survival. Many naive people, when facing difficulties, think of procrastinating, waiting a few more days. Isn't that foolish? Everyone knows, the longer the night, the more dreams you'll have. A veteran once told me, as we passed through a dusty, grassy field, those who stop to rest never get back up. But those who keep moving forward, even slowly, survive. Whenever I face challenges, I recall that soldier's words, grit my teeth, get up, and stumble forward. The poverty mindset, the biggest barrier to success. From childhood to adulthood, I've met many poor people, friends and family included. Among them, some are foolish, some clever, some cunning, some greedy. From them, I clearly saw the impact of circumstances on people. They weren't lacking in effort or resilience, but they could never break free from their own limits. The limits of a poverty mindset. For example, to save $3 on groceries, they might spend hours hunting for discounts, not realizing their time is worth more. To them, only the cash they hold in hand counts as money. Time isn't valuable, exhaustion isn't valuable, and neither are their frustrations or tears. This feels suffocating. I know poverty itself isn't scary. Everyone around you is just as poor. What's scary is the mindset and behaviors poverty creates, trapping generations in the same cycle. Growing up, my parents often told me, making money is hard, making a living is hard. Truly wealthy people come from well-off families with connections. We have nothing, so you must study hard, find a good job to support yourself, and expect nothing from us. We can't help you. So, the years I lived with my parents were my most struggling ones. I only found success after leaving. My perspective is this: if your parents are very poor, don't listen to them. Following their advice will only lead you down their path. They've failed. Do we have to follow in their footsteps? Time is the biggest cost. Act efficiently. Time is the greatest cost. If you can pay to learn from someone, find a teacher. If you can pay to solve a problem, find someone to solve it. Don't tackle problems you're not good at on your own. Trying to solve something you're not skilled at is a foolish act. People who start businesses and make money aren't all-knowing. Only associate with people who make money. Don't waste time with those who just talk. No matter how well they speak, how capable they seem, or how great their resources are. If they can't make money, they're of no value. If the results aren't there, something went wrong along the way, preventing success. So spend your time with people who make money. If no one around you is making money, spend your time learning and improving yourself. Business, vision, and decisiveness. Business requires accurate vision and decisive action. Philo and Jerry Yang of Yahoo loved watching wrestling. They enjoyed the intensity of opponents clashing head-on, rather than seeing one side dominate the other to the point of suffocation. Both Philo and Yang said, "I don't like the feeling of losing. I love the thrill of winning through competition." Every strong player in the business world must take down their rivals. If they can, they'll completely crush them. They won't talk about feelings, understand your struggles, or care for your explanations. Their sole goal is to defeat their opponent by any means. Of course, you can criticize them on moral grounds. But these people know the rules of the game in business. They know when to sell and how to strike. This is competition. Imagine, your company needs 100 customers, and your rival needs those same 100 customers. You'll both compete for this group to see who's better at business or who offers better quality and pricing to win more customers. Whoever's weaker or lacks capital gets eliminated. This is competition, reality, in a game. The business world is the harshest battlefield in society. Entrepreneurs shouldn't harbor illusions or let their guard down even for a moment. In a major city, a news outlet published a story about a billionaire's child failing at a U.S. university, complete with witnesses. The story sold well because it involved a prominent figure, but other outlets banded together to boycott it. In truth, those boycotting outlets just didn't want to face reality. Readers crave something fresh. People love novelty. What others didn't dare to do, this outlet boldly did. The result? Within a month, 4 rival newsrooms shut down, while the outlet covering the billionaire's child became a publicly listed company. When taking on a competitor in business, you must strike the hardest blow in the shortest time possible. Ruthless competition, the mindset of a winner. Before we dive deeper, don't forget to follow the channel for more insights on money and to help you achieve financial freedom faster. Think Billionaires channel welcomes you all. The truly strong are often the most ruthless. Being kind to your enemy is being cruel to yourself. In history, the story of enduring hardships for a greater goal is a classic example. Because of King Fu Chai of Wu's leniency, King Go Jian of Yu, a ruler facing hardship, got the chance to bide his time, build strength, and eventually caused Fu Chai to lose his kingdom and life. When Fu Chai later begged Go Jian for mercy, guess what? Did Go Jian give him a chance? Your competitors will never consider sharing benefits with you. They'll exploit the relationship, making you believe in the illusion of mutual gain. But in the end, they'll take the win for themselves. So look at the world's top business players. They all aim to comprehensively dominate their rivals. They'll crush their opponents until they can't recover, leaving no chance to breathe. The wolf and sheep mindset, the harsh reality of business. How do you become a wolf that eats sheep? We've all heard the story of the wolf and the sheep. A wolf was drinking water by the river, and downstream, a sheep was also drinking. The wolf angrily shouted that it would eat the sheep because the sheep had dirtied the water it was drinking. The sheep replied that it was downstream. How could it dirty the water upstream? The wolf found another excuse, saying that even if the sheep didn't dirty the water, its ancestors had, and the sheep must pay for their mistake. In the end, the poor sheep became the wolf's meal. Don't pity the sheep. Don't sympathize with its fate or lament the injustice it faced. If you must blame something, blame the fact that it's a sheep, and sheep are born to be eaten by wolves. Sheep have no right to speak of fairness. In this society, many weak people cry out about injustice, but they haven't grasped one truth. This world is brutally realistic, and the main reason is that they themselves lack value. I have a female friend of the opposite gender. After graduating, she landed a great job, but she was too honest. So at work, her colleagues often took advantage of her and bullied her. After a while, she couldn't take it anymore and wanted to quit. I told her straight, if you're a sheep, no matter where you go, you'll be eaten by wolves and tricked by foxes. I told her she had two choices: be a sheep that gets eaten or a wolf that eats sheep. If you don't want to be deceived by others, if you don't want to be the sheep that gets eaten, you must understand the mindset of seasoned business veterans and master the rules of the business battlefield. In the business world, a sheep has no right to judge right or wrong, because people only believe the words of the winner. Love and toughness, lessons for nature. The truth of life is both beautiful and harsh. I shared these harsh realities with my friend who wanted to quit, hoping she could survive in that brutal world. If you truly love someone, understand this. Love isn't just care, it's also toughness. Love without toughness isn't complete. When chicks aren't yet capable of protecting themselves, the mother hen forces them to move on their own. If a chick gets too close, the hen will peck it fiercely, showing no mercy. But it's exactly this that forces the chick to learn how to survive. In society, if you can't become a wolf, any happiness you have will be a fleeting illusion, because everything you have will be taken by another pack of wolves, since you're just a sheep. The evolution of nature is a process of preserving the strong and eliminating the weak. All of this is both cruel and beautiful. Business, capturing time and minds. The wise study human nature, while the foolish ramble on about feelings, emotions, love, vague things you can't rely on. As long as you know how to set up the game, you'll make money in any industry. If you don't, you'll just be a pawn in someone else's game. As a business owner, it's best not to micromanage. Focus on abstract things like human nature and psychology, and leave the concrete tasks to others. The essence of all business is to create an addictive model that controls people's minds and behaviors, infiltrating every moment of their lives. If you achieve this, you've succeeded. No matter how you resist, it's futile. That's the nature of business. Business is a game of capturing people's time, and time is life itself. Apps like TikTok, Facebook, or video games all use this model. You're consuming others, and others are consuming you. That's the reality of commerce. Experience, the most valuable asset. So what's the most valuable thing? A mentor's experience is the most valuable. If a mentor shares their experience or uses it to help you, it's like they're handing you money. Life is a journey of finding mentors, a process of training yourself to work alongside them. How many lazy people sell projects by copying messages, posting them on social media, and collecting money from others? How many shameless people imitate the lazy to make easy money? The big scammers lead the small ones. What's the point of distinguishing between good and bad? If good people make money, everyone will strive to be good. If bad people make money, everyone will turn bad. Where there's wisdom, there's money. Seize opportunities while young. When you're young, full of energy and strength, if you don't seize opportunities, by the time you're 30 or 40, they'll start to disappear. Many read articles preaching, a businessman started at 40, another began at 50, or the founder of KFC started at 60 or 70. These stories are just to encourage the poor. In reality, there's no such thing as late success. For most, if you have nothing by 30, you'll likely still have nothing after 30. Only by risking everything when you're young can you achieve results. Reflect and improve daily. I always reflect and review. Every evening and every month, I do a scheduled review. If you don't even do small things like reflecting, you've already said goodbye to gradual improvement. In reality, progress isn't something you achieve instantly. It's the accumulation of small steps that eventually lead to a big leap. When there's no conflict of interest, avoid arguing with anyone. Compliment a child for being smart, an elderly person for looking youthful, a woman for being beautiful, a poor person for being honest, a cunning person for being adaptable. If your criticism can't change them, it's better to say something kind to build a good relationship. Business, the mindset of a true entrepreneur. Ordinary people make money to live better. Of course, earning a lot is great, but many still lose money yet keep working. A year of 365 busy days. Even when resting, there are endless tasks to handle because no one can replace them, and they can only rely on themselves. But how many true money-making entrepreneurs do you see being busy? They spend their days traveling, giving speeches, attending training courses, or engaging in business events because they already have money. Look at Jack Ma. He learned English, but did he understand the internet, coding, or how to build and run a website? That's why, whether you're starting a business or working for yourself, a commercial mindset is crucial. They find skilled people to handle specialized tasks, earning more through other support. That way, it's far less exhausting. Even if you're skilled at everything, how much time and energy do you have to do it all? Different perspectives lead to different outcomes. Ordinary people only see the present, while entrepreneurs see the future. Build networks and grow yourself. Every industry has opportunities. If you do well, any industry can be an opportunity. How do you do well? Learn, accumulate, develop your own profit model, and keep replicating it. Then you'll never lack money. Who you learn from and where depends on you. But your mindset and scale will shift when you join the right network. Every industry has its networks. Seek out forums, major platforms, and see what successful peers are doing. Learning and referencing is essential. Don't fumble around aimlessly. Of course, stumbling is sometimes a way to grow. When you have a network, you'll gain insights beyond your current understanding. Many things you think are impossible are only so because your awareness hasn't reached that level. But in reality, there are always people who've done it. Simply put, there's always a taller mountain, a more skilled person. Learn from those you think are talented, but don't be easily swayed. If they're truly famous, they're more trustworthy. Otherwise, most are just marketing tricks to take money from your limited understanding. Hold on to your wallet. Knowledge is for sharing, and truly talented people won't hesitate to share. Learn and reference together. Even as a beginner, with time and accumulation, you could become an expert. Control your own destiny. What others say isn't always right for you. You might make mistakes, but stop in time and manage risks. If you follow the right person, you'll avoid many traps. But remember, no one can be your compass forever. The world changes constantly, as do industries. So even with help, you still need to develop a method that suits you. It doesn't matter where you gain knowledge. What matters is that you take control of your own destiny. As an entrepreneur, if you don't think and just repeat the same tasks, you'll never excel. You need innovation, breakthroughs, and original ideas. Don't let yourself get so busy you forget creativity. Your mind must stay sharp to seize the right direction. Smart business, leverage resources. In reality, business doesn't have to be exhausting. You just need to leverage the resources around you. Open a store, hire a manager, pay a base salary plus commission based on performance. Do well, and there's a year-end bonus. You don't need to be good at everything. You can hire skilled specialists to work for you. Your job is to build the organization, set goals, and steer the direction. Align with the benefits of the times, like publicly listed companies, which have annual revenue targets. Executives are responsible for meeting these goals, tied to their yearly bonuses. Remember, what you lack isn't important. What matters is that you know how to choose people, manage, and set up an organizational structure. Manage risks and live simply after success. Future directions must be built through learning. That's the role of a leader. You need to know how to seize and use available resources. A simple example: you earn $100 million, but you lack connections and support. You'll surely run into trouble, even signaling major risks. Resources are finite, but ambition is infinite. Using the infinite to wear down the finite will lead to failure. It's just a matter of time. When your business reaches $1 billion, don't think about expanding further. Think about a safe exit. Once you've exited, you don't need to relocate. Just live simply. By 60, it's time to live leisurely. Tend to flowers, sip tea, sleep when you want, and do what you love when you wake. Relentlessly pushing forward will only lead to your business's collapse. When a company grows too large, the founder often disappears. Earning money quietly is enough. Living simply, blending into the crowd unnoticed, is true luxury. An entrepreneur's mindset: act first, think later. Think carefully before doing anything. Always consider the risks, plan your exit strategy, and analyze on your own. Starting a business is about building networks and executing. With a good network, your projects will flow smoothly. With strong execution, you'll outperform your competitors by far. Running a business is about creating momentum. If you know how to build it, you can make money in any industry. If not, you'll just drain your resources. Start before you speak. Act while seeking opportunities, creating, adjusting, and refining. Act generously and proactively. Things that seemed hopeless at first might just succeed. Never wait. The world today changes too fast. I often do what I can now, and gradually I'll achieve what I want. Opportunities don't trust promises. After years in business, I've learned opportunities others often offer are usually traps. If someone wants to give you a chance to make money, 99% of the time, they want to make money off you. In the end, no matter the industry, it doesn't have to be exhausting. If you feel tired, it's because your mindset and awareness are still stuck in traditional business perspectives. Do you want to be that kind of person? Those who truly understand this will know the answer. Mindset is key. The above are just my insights for your reference. This post simply records the shifts in my mindset over time. I hope it's helpful to you now and in the future. Due to time constraints, I'll end the video here. I share free knowledge on how to become wealthy, an entrepreneur, an investor, and achieve financial freedom. If you don't want to miss out, please follow my channel, turn on notifications, and share this video freely. I sincerely wish everyone who liked this video achieves financial freedom soon. As long as you find one or two helpful quotes in this video that improve your life, I'm already fulfilled.